A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support kids today.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that's on to value and your family, Inc.com or call 432-6740.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Mother's Day is on Sunday, May 14th. Do you know what you're getting your mom this year? Stop procrastinating and get her the one thing that she wants, a massage. The Body Shop in Lincoln offers all sorts of massages. All you have to do to win this Mother's Day is get my gift card from the Body Shop. Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, hand and foot massage. So gift cards can only be bought online at thebodyshop.com. The Shop, located today.
93.7 Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms will be a possibility as we'll reach an afternoon high of around 73. Winds out of the southeast at 15. Another chance of late night thunderstorms tonight with a low dropping down to around 59. Clearing skies tomorrow, much warmer with a high of 84. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to On the Block. Welcome to On the Block. He's Strick here, Austin Orman. Thank you for joining us today. 2 to 4 every day. You can find us right here. It is Friday. He's Strick. And in the building, Terrance Badgett. That's my guy. I call him Badgett. Everybody knows him as TB, Badge. You got a lot of names, but I call him Badgett. What's up, Badgett?
What's up, baby?
How you doing today, my friend?
Thank you for inviting me in, man. I appreciate it.
Good. Bring that mic a little closer to you. You soft. You soften like Ralph Tresvant.
I don't want to do the baby face. I'm about to start singing and stuff. Woo, woo, woo.
So yeah, man, thanks for popping by. I mean, like I said earlier, we were riding on the highway together, and just like always, we continue to cross paths. Like I said, Badge was a tremendous inspiration, a great player out of Omaha South. Got to know him and his family very well. We were very close. Spent a lot of nights out there in Omaha, and I halfway became part of the Badgett family in a lot of ways.
It still is.
And still is, still love the family, still love mom, and the brothers and all the brothers, and Cam, your beautiful daughter, is doing well.
Thank you. Yeah, she is. She's doing wonderful, man. She's doing wonderful. Yeah, those times was excellent. You know what I'm saying? we came in as a family, you know what I'm saying? And we took care of each other, and my mom became his mom, and his mom became our moms. And it was just a wonderful opportunity. Thank you. A wonderful opportunity for us. And we just continued on it, you know, and to this day, we're still great friends, and we have a great relationship, great bond. And it's a blessing for him to be back here, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, there's so much opportunity for him, and he's such a great person. You know, a lot of people don't know he has a pilot license, and he has. There's a story. There was a story where he was in the front. We was on a road trip coming from Oklahoma City or Oklahoma.
No, we were flying to Minnesota.
We was flying to Minnesota, and he was up in the cockpit. Man, we was all just.
It was nervous.
We just talked about that flight.
I actually flew. Yeah, I actually flew. Yeah, we were talking about that flight,
and we was praying. We was all praying. And
that's why there was turbulence.
Yeah.
We were talking about turbulence and why and who couldn't handle it. I didn't hear he was flying.
But he did tell you is he fell asleep. He fell asleep.
It was on autopilot.
Fell asleep at the wheel?
It was on autopilot.
Man,
I wasn't in the hands of the controls. It was autopilot.
Thank you,
time. I just was working. I mostly was just working the radios, you know.
Like you're doing now?
We did take it off for a second. I got a chance to kind of control it a little bit, and that was pretty cool. But no, I actually probably would have gotten a pilot license had it not been for my MBA stuff.
Okay.
Because part of the CBA and the MBA, now this is why Jay Williams should continue to humble himself and be blessed. Yeah. We want to make sure you're on the camera.
Okay.
So slide this way, the other way. Come to that way.
Okay,
there you
go. Gotcha.
This is why Jay Williams should continue to be extremely humble, because the Chicago Bulls didn't have to honor his contract.
Right.
When he got in that motorcycle accident, right? So a lot of those extreme things, those extreme sports and riding motorcycles, skydiving,
not covered.
If anything happens, your stuff is voided. So that's part of the reason that I didn't fully go through and it's not cheap.
Well, let's touch on something real quick too. Okay, when you say that about the accident and things like that happen. Remember Jason Williams at the Nets?
Oh yeah, Jason Williams. Yeah.
But,
when he went to prison, he shot the one that shot the guy.
But he still got his contract, didn't he? Or no?
Ooh, I can't say for sure.
That was tough. Yeah. So he did go to prison. Sure.
Yeah, he did. I think he did some. He might have did at home prison.
Yeah.
But I think for a period he did serve a small amount of time.
Man, money. He was like on an estate, wasn't he? Like,
man. That was a.
So I just wanted to touch on that. Sorry about that. But
no, that was a weird time.
Old memories. Yeah. But.
Yeah. So Terrance, you're here in Omaha. You're doing great things, man. You have a business.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've always loved about you is that you've continued to be real close to the community. So after you left, and then we'll get into Nebraska stuff, but after you left, you got into working like the stuff that we grew up in, the boys clubs. Correct. And all of that stuff. Yeah. You gave back to the community. Tell us what kind of drove you to that.
Yeah, and thanks for those kind words. It's just it said to take a village. And my mom was a single parent, 5 boys, and my teachers in elementary and middle school and high school were so inspirational to me. And then the boys club, not the Boys and Girls Club, the boys club back in the day, and the YMCA. So after I graduated from here with a human development family science, I went to go play basketball in California, and I worked at a sex offender group home, and I started working in the community there, then came back here and got a job at OHB, and always had a knack of working with kids. So right now what he's talking about is I have 3 or 4 group homes here, work with it, got about 49 staff on around the clock, just helping youth. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. But they just need a lot of care, love, and attention, and just structure. I tell people all the time, you will hate the people that let you get by. You'll love the people that held you accountable. And that's the same thing I preach to them. And it's done wonders. It's tough times, but it's great. It's an opportunity because someone cared about me and someone helped me out. And my mom actually was doing this kind of job when she was younger. And we used to help her out with the handicap and things. We used to go to the zoo. We used to go to parks and everything. So it just kind of fit hand in hand. But yeah, it's a blessing. So
Badge was one of those type of players that was ahead of his time. Badge, at 6'7", 8, 6'8", he had a skill set in high school that was so versatile that he could handle, he could shoot, he could attack. He was in open court. He had good, good finishing skills, whether he dunked on you or whether he, sauntered by you and hit you with a half euro. And we didn't have the full euro, but Badge had a form of a euro that he used to give to you and, finish on you. And, so this is why I say he's part of my inspiration of being a broad type of player, because you weren't just a wing player. You were a multiverse type of player.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got here to Nebraska, you changed for the betterment of the team. Right. And so I had to follow that same mode. Tell us kind of how that all developed.
Yeah, that's because I was 1 year before Strickland, and so I came in with Jason Glock.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jason Glock were the freshmen. And one of the inspirations, one of the people who brought me here was Tony Farmer. Tony Farmer, Carl Hayes, DePriest Owens, Jamar Johnson. Those were my inspiration. And even though what is his name, didn't play our senior year, Tony Farmer, he was gone because of things that happened. But I loved it. And then when Strickland came, Teron, and then Woolridge came on visit, and then when they came, and we had another guy named Amos Gregory who came as well. So
he was a top JUCO player in the country at the time too.
From Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Memphis. So we had starting five: Jamar Johnson, Eric Pikowski, who else? Bruce Chubbuck,
mm-hmm.
Derek Chandler,
mm-hmm.
and there was one more. Was it Chris Quest? No. Who was it? It was
Jerron.
Okay, it was Jerron.
Mm-hmm.
But the second five, when Jerron went on the first five, was Woolridge at the 1, Strickland at the 2 or 3, depending. Him and Jerron could switch.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to move to the 4 from the 3 to adjust to keep
mm-hmm.
us together. But it was a blessing because I was a quicker 4 off the block.
Right.
And then Amos Gregory was the 5. So it was just an adjustment. You trust in God, everything happens for a reason. People, why you didn't transfer? Why you didn't? I was where I'm supposed to be at. I believe that. And I believe that you just make the best of it. But I was with great people. We had great talent. It's crazy because we played against the Fab Five in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And we was up at half.
Yeah. we only lost by 6.
We only lost by 6. And that told us a lot about ourselves. That told us that, we
belong.
We belong. We these kids from Omaha, Nebraska, but we're playing against these people that everybody know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that always motivated us. But they were we had a partnership in freshman year that we were inseparable. We went everywhere together, all 4 of us. It was just no matter what, if it wasn't all 4 of us, it was 2 of us together.
Yeah,
that's how the bond was. That was how it was too.
How big a part did that play on the court then?
Huge. It was trust.
We used to beat the brakes off the first team sometimes.
Yes,
like there were days where we would get in them. That's what made us really really good and competitive.
Yes, it did. It did, and he's right too. We were so competitive, and it made the starting teams even more better too. Yeah. And then as Jerron and Strickland started coming to their fold, they started pushing that top 5, and they started getting time in that top 5. But it was only natural. They worked hard. Me being at the 4, I couldn't get my big boy. I couldn't get past Bruce. I couldn't get past Bruce. To this day is the hardest worker Husker ever. Besides Strickland. Tom Walker fit himself in that pool too. But man, I couldn't get past Bruce if I wanted to.
Bruce is a guy that I didn't get to watch. I've just seen highlights from your days. I still don't understand Bruce Chubbuck's game and how it was so effective, but clearly it was.
Yeah. All about effort.
Yeah.
He is all about effort, all about competitiveness. The littlest thing would make Bruce mad. Littlest thing. If you was to make a layup on him and then, start celebrating, he'd get hot. Then next time he's going to block your layup. He's going to block it 3 or 4 times, or he's going to stay, or he's going to start dunking out of the blue. He was just so motivated. He was so competitive. And that's another thing that drove. But he was such a good person too, as well. Very knowledgeable. Yeah. He would want to come to your house and tell you to help you how to tutoring, or come talk to you, or make sure you're okay after practice. And he still does that to this day. I have a great relationship with his beautiful wife and his kids and everything. So he's still doing great things. He's head coach at Central High School.
That's right.
Yeah, Bruce, and the challenge that he had to take, facing Big Country when we played in the Big 8 tournament for the championship. That was big hard. Every freaking night he had a challenge.
Who was it at from Missouri? Remember?
Crudup.
Yeah,
Javon
Crudup. Yeah, and Bruce handled it. Handled it
all
every time. Yeah, he was just. You knew he would get the job done, no matter what. And if he didn't, if Coach Nee said something, he'll take it personally. He had this walk when he's mad, and it's like, okay, get it. He did. He had this walk when he was mad, and everybody's like, "Let's go, Bruce is about to go. Let's get Bruce." But that's just him. He set the tone.
Yeah, he did. He was a tone setter.
Describe this walk. Like a stomp, like a penguin walk. What kind of walk are we talking about?
It was kind of on your toes with a little shoulder. It's hard to explain. Yeah,
it's like say for instance you're in the office of a businessman and you got to get to the next office and you're walking real fast and you just come out of the office, you're just speeding it. Everyone's trying to speak to you and you ain't listening. You just move.
Okay,
He just had this,
and he just walked on his toes.
I'm about business now. I'm about business. You made me mad. But he was excellent. He was the platform for us as far as like he wanted us to get to know and hang out with each other off the court. He was that person that, hey, let's go do this. Let's go putt golfing, or let's go to the movies, or, those little things. And, and that leadership from Jamar, Pikowski, Bruce, that was everything to us. That changed because when we became seniors, we did that to Chad Diaz, Andy Markowski, Teron Lou, Vincent Hamilton, Mikey Moore. Yeah. So that made them better. That made them feel comfortable because we had learned from older and we carried it down.
That's the good stuff about it. We're gonna take one more segment. We'll talk a little bit about expectations, maybe with going on in the NBA and maybe a few more stories. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We got Terrance Badgett in the building. Be right back. 937 The Ticket.
There's never been a better time to earn more on your checking account. Open a free Kasasa cash checking account, Liberty First Credit Union, and earn up to 5.5% APY for up to $40,000. It's simple. Open your Kasasa cash checking account online or stop into any of the 4 Lincoln or Seward and Omaha branches. Liberty First makes switching easy, and Kasasa checking is always free. See libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
This is former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give the Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 53254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition is located at 7th and Superior.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate's never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Out in Bennett, we drive down tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your mom you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Rosie Sports Bar. Open for lunch at 10th and P or at 5th Center Park Road.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
They're on the cusp of probably major announcements. Trev, Albert, CAD will ask for $250 million in that range. Now, add 70 maybe and put a roof on it.
Who would get to run the button that retracts the roof and does it? Also,
maybe you'd be the honorary button.
I think you should be the first one to try it. It was Bill's idea. Bill gets to do the first. Here's what I thought. I just always thought it'd be a cool thing to have, the retractable roof.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back on the block. Strick, Austin Orman, and joining us in the building, the Ticket 93.7, theticketfm.com. Terrance Badgett, my friend, thank you again for joining us on the block.
Oh man, thank you, man.
So we know that the playoffs is jumping off. You're a basketball connoisseur. You understand in different dynamics of what's going on. Yeah. You've had friends play professionally, and
you
have friends that happen to make a round or two.
Sitting right across from me. Yeah. I used to go visit him when he was at Dallas. So I was a fixture in his house.
Fun times. We won't share those stories. Those are stories that need to keep kept quiet.
Can't talk about everything.
Like Michael Jackson said, keep it in the closet. Badge. Lakers. I want to talk Lakers Golden State. The Lakers AD showed up for game one and just decimated and did everything, dominated, destroyed, and just got busy and pulled it out. Now, game two, I think game two, you saw the heart of a champion.
Yeah.
They basically said, no, sir. Shut him down. Said, this is the thing about playoffs. The adjustments that are made, and they made the adjustments, and they did what they had to do to him. And then you had a Klay Thompson sighting that showed up. What does a game like that do to a team's mindset when there's nothing you can do, and the energy that you have to exert from the elderly statesmen of like a LeBron James, and then you've got younger players, but are they really built for that type of series that's still left ahead?
Yeah. And experience is the best teacher. Golden State has the experience. They has the DNA. the great thing about that situation too, Draymond Green decided that I'm going to guard AD, and he took the challenge. And a lot of people don't like Draymond, but Draymond does his job, and that's what he's there for. He's not going to be this prolific scorer. I mean, he was shooting 3-pointers before, but at the same time too, you got Curry and Clayton move. They literally run around the court. They're conditioned. I mean, just to do the coaches say, don't cheat yourself because everything's once you able to watch that film, you can answer. You have the answers to the test. Now we just got to take the test. That's what Golden State did. Okay, yeah, you know what, you won, but let me show you who we are. And then it's funny because you sit there, you saw LeBron and AD sitting next to each other. LeBron looked at dazed and confused, like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? If we took this shot, what's coming next? What's coming next? Because they don't need an AD. They got Clay, they have weapons, and their weapons don't never stop running, and they're very fit. Whereas LeBron's age is showing. Yeah. His age is actually showing. AD, it's like
fragile.
You walk on the line, you don't know if he's gonna come back or not. And then he gets tired. And it's so funny because he hasn't played so much. He was tired. He was tired. He was tired and beat up. But Draymond was physical with him too.
That's it.
Draymond was physical with him in the right way. He wouldn't let him get to that block. He wouldn't let him turn around and score up. So, I'm thinking the Lakers will win Game 3, but from what I hear, Game 3 usually 74% of the time you win the series. So if Lakers does not win that, it's a wrap.
Yeah, go ahead, Austin.
Who needed to win Game 2 worse, Golden State or Boston?
Boston.
I'd say Boston. I think Boston definitely. I think it was imperative that Boston took care of that game. What we're going to have to see is how the adjustments that they made, because they went into stagnation with Embiid back in the game. It was like there was a lot of standing around, wasn't a lot of movement. There's not a lot of space with Embiid as well. Right. He takes up not only the block space, but he also kind of takes up perimeter space too. So they didn't have that same freedom of movement that they had in the games before.
Would you do like New York did with Randall? Sacrifice him in order to win? Because they played great with Hart. They was moving. They was, and he got his shots off or harder. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But and you see that they was trying to play around Embiid the whole time.
Right.
But they had bench players that came off the bench and played and product. Yeah. When Harden was at the controllers, Maxey did great. So my thing is like this: when do you say, okay, Embiid, he's not 100%. You can see that. Let's play you in slots to see how it goes. Let's see if Harden gets off, at home like he did in the first game. And if he does, let's roll with him.
So I like where you're going. I think it requires the right type of coach. Is Doc that guy? I don't know. It would require because you're dealing with NBA politics at this point. Here's the politics of it. Politics of it is MVP.
Yeah.
Do you have the cojones?
There you go.
Right?
Point, yes.
Do you have the cojones to take the media scrutiny that would fall upon you if it doesn't work?
Right.
So you're dealing with politics, then you've got to deal with upper management. Now see, here's how politics of the NBA is crazy. Budenholzer just won a championship in 2021, and yet he's gone.
That is
had the
crazy.
Best record in the NBA. So
made the playoffs every year.
And had the best record like almost 3 times. So there's crazy politics that exist in those realms that you've got to find somebody to drop it on. And I don't know if they have those cojones.
Okay, well, how about this then?
I like where you're at, though.
Yeah, but let's touch on that, though. Let's touch on that. When letting this head coach go, did their star player have any say-so about it?
Go ahead. He has to know.
That's a politics thing.
He has to know.
That's what I'm saying. He
has to know.
So he had to agree with it.
He has to be okay with it. So there's got to be some things going on behind the scenes that we just don't know about.
But at the same time, okay, be careful what you wish for. So you want him to leave, then your brother's not going to be on the sideline anymore, bro. because your brother is not an asset. Okay, your brother's on the sideline because the coach wants to keep you happy. The next coach coming in ain't going to do that. He's going to do whatever. He's going to do whatever it takes too.
So I'm with you, and this is where the NBA has gotten crazy, because there's no longer the Don Nelsons, Big Dons.
Yeah,
there's no longer Pops is on the way out.
Pops is.
A lot of those.
Bud's going to go there. Mark my words. Bud's going to go coach San Antonio next. Mark my words.
You think so?
Yep. I'm calling my shot.
Ooh. Oh, shoot.
Calling my shot.
Okay. A lot of those, it has become, I think once this next generation kind of moves out, I think it can get back there. Because it's going to require what those old school types of coaches used to do for them to turn around like the Houston Rockets franchise. Yeah. You're gonna have to go in there and lay some ground. You're gonna have to have a conversation. Like if I'm Ime Udoka, I'm having a conversation with management. I'm saying, look, this is what you had. This is what it's looked like. This is a problem. If you want me to come, I'm not coming unless, because they haven't been able to get a court. And it's been something similar to what happened down there in Phoenix for the Cardinals. Because, when you got this dynamic going on, I'm coming to wreck shop. Similar to what Deion's doing. Like a lot of people are upset about what Deion's doing, but Deion is basically saying, I'm coming to wreck shop.
Yep.
This is 1-11 losing culture.
Yes.
And he says, I'm either going to run you up. He says, either hit the portal now or I'm going to run you up out of here. And that's what's happening. Now, I'm not saying that this is work or he's going to have success, but I'm saying the NBA has went from a coach's league. You don't have Phil Jacksons anymore.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So it's got to shift back. And I think once the LeBrons and KDs and those kind of fizzle towards the out, I think it might get back to a little bit more of a balance. Hopefully.
I agree totally. Do you think that, I think that the Boston miss is Udoka in that first game, because his tutelage and everything, they were so run and gun, no D. Udoka's, they was all about defense. They shut you down. I mean, he got all the way to the championship game. And, yes, they're going to miss him too. And I think it's going to be tough for him to get Houston going, but I know he will.
I know
he will too.
If they land Wembanyama, and we got to be careful with that, because those type of unicorns, look at Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
Those type of unicorns built that way, their feet become bad. We've got Ilgauskas, we've got Yao Ming, we've got
Porzingis.
A lot of these guys have foot issues, and so you got to be careful about
Gonzaga, the guy from OKC. He didn't even play this year.
Yeah, Holmgren. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So they're gonna have to. There's gonna have to be some thoughts and considerations about those types. Believe it or not, you got KD. In some instances have foot issues, but those slim built, tall 7-foot types, man, they usually have foot issues.
I'm gonna go on the edge, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. The Suns gonna be swept.
Ooh.
The Suns gonna be swept.
Mark it down.
There's no
mark it down.
The point guard is gone. He's not gonna play no more.
We saw that coming. Happens to him every year. It sucks.
I already said I think Chris Paul's let me be quiet.
It's a wrap.
I don't want to dump.
It's a wrap. No, our buddy Woolridge is the same way. They always tell Chris Paul's overrated. Chris Paul's overrated. It just is. But at the same time, too, you got a Murray. Oh, this kid is just awesome. I mean, this kid has, just chills in his vein. They're a great team that played together. I didn't think that Gordon would come in and be such an asset. He's even showing parts of his game that he didn't show in Orlando. So I think
when he's the third guy, when he becomes the not number one option, he becomes good.
Same to Wiggins.
I agree.
Those type of players.
Yeah, Wiggins has grown so much from Minnesota, man. Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a tag day. We're gonna do a tag day. Yeah. We're gonna do a tag. Badge is gonna play shootout with Strick today for Stricky. He's gonna sub. So call in. We gotta take a break. We're going to have a call in. I want you guys to go against my guy, because I don't think nobody can beat my guy, T-Badge. You're going to go against him today for the Stricken on a Friday. right here on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. On the block. We'll be right back.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem was that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is hiring. They are looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record. Experience is not required as they will train for the positions. However, mechanical aptitude is required. If you want to come be a part of a small business where you're family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
For great views, go to Kansas. For unforgettable views of action-packed racing, go to Kansas Speedway. With a premier facility that gives fans what they want, how they want to see it. With a Saturday doubleheader, a Sunday series race, and great deals on kids' tickets, the views will get better all weekend long. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 6th and 7th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals, plus porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Nebco is hiring CL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCO. INC.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street, or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Pick their menu, order carry out, or schedule at catruck.com.
They say that April showers bring May flowers, but May delivers a lot more than that at GE Landscape Supply. Stop by for the Spring Landscape Days sale with almost everything on sale. Get 15% off of mulch, 10% off decorative rock, 20% off of flagstone, 25% off of decorative cobblestone, 15% off of stone edging, and 10% off soils. Save up to 25% rain or shine from May 1st through the 6th at GE Landscape Supply for the Spring Landscape Days sale. Open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutritionist has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to NovotnyNutritionandWellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
This is former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact. And on Lincoln Day, on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms with stability as we'll reach an afternoon of around 73. Winds out of the southeast at 15. Another chance of late night thunderstorms tonight with a low dropping down to around 59. Clearing skies tomorrow, much warmer with a high of 84. Meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game.
We're doing it. That's right. We're jumping right in to the Shootout with Strick, but not. Terrance Badgett on the mic for the Shootout. We explained the rules. You good to go?
I'm good to go.
Excellent. That's the attitude we like. We have a caller all queued up and ready to go. To the Honda of Lincoln hotline we go right now. And we say hello to Dave. Dave, how's it going today?
Oh, hanging in there.
Good deal. I do need to run this by you. Are you good with not competing against Strick, or do you really want to beat Strick?
No, I don't care. Whichever's the easiest one.
Okay, Strick's back on the mic. No.
I probably am.
I'm kidding. All right, Dave, hold on for me here. We'll give Badge his 4 questions first, and then we'll get to you. Ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, your round starts in 3, 2, and 1. He scored the most total points in the NBA this postseason. Steph Curry or LeBron James?
Steph Curry.
Yep. He averages the most rebounds per game this postseason. Kevon Looney or Nikola Jokic?
Kevon Looney.
Yep. He's shooting the best free throw percentage this postseason. Jalen Brunson or Kevin Durant?
Jalen Brunson.
It's Durant. And he has the most steals this postseason. Yeah, 15 seconds.
Draymond Green.
A good answer. Right conference. But he's actually eliminated. De'Aaron Fox has the most
I
steals.
was going to say De'Aaron Fox. I would have said De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
3 out of 4.
I would have said De'Aaron Fox.
All right, Dave, you need 3 to tie. You need 4 to win. Are you ready for your round of the postseason or the shootout?
Well, I guess basketball's not my top interest, but hey, we'll give it a go.
All right, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He scored the most points per game this postseason. Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard?
The last one.
Nope, it was Jimmy. He has the most total assists this postseason. Trae Young or Draymond Green?
Draymond Green.
Yep, he has the highest field goal percentage this postseason. Mitchell Robinson or Robert Williams?
Mitchell.
It's Williams, and he has the most block shots this postseason.
LeBron James.
A good guess. The right team, but it's the wrong player. Anthony Davis leads the way in block shots. Dave, thanks for playing. You gave it a good effort. Hang up now. You can still be caller number 3. Win the $15 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. It only took 1 win, but Badge is the champ. Holds the title, takes the belt, undisputed.
That a boy, man. Yay! Way to come in here and win a championship.
Hey, you threw me in front of the bus.
On a Friday.
And you took that bus, you stuck your hand down, that thing ain't moving. Right there.
You gotta love it.
We're doing the tiebreaker between you two, though.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay. You guessing, or is he guessing the number?
I'll guess.
Okay. Guess Strick the question. He'll guess the number. You go over under.
Okay.
Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins are tied for the most fouls committed this postseason. How many fouls have they committed in 9 games?
26.
Over under 26.
Over.
You got it.
That's
32 fouls.
Oh, no.
That's a good line, Strick. That's a good line.
Dang it.
You know, I just want to accept this award. You know what I'm saying? It's been a pleasure, you know.
Great job, LJ. Way to come in and take the title from your boy Stricky. It's all good, though. We got to get out of here. Quick break. We're thank you, Bash, for joining us today, my boy.
Nice meeting you too, sir.
We're gonna come back on the second half and we'll talk a little bit more. We don't know, man. We just got all mixed up. It's Friday. We don't care. We're just gonna have a good time on the show today. We'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket on the block. Peace.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is hiring. They are looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record, as they will train for the positions. However, mechanical aptitude is required. If you want to come be a part of a small business where you're family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
This is former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and
For great views, go to Kansas. For unforgettable views of action-packed racing, go to Kansas Speedway. With a premier facility that gives fans what they want, how they want to see it. And with a Saturday doubleheader, a Sunday Cup Series race, and great deals on kids' tickets, the views will get better all weekend long. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 6th and 7th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at copplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount, must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
They say that April showers bring May flowers, but May delivers a lot more than that at GE Landscape Supply. Stop by for the spring landscape sale. Almost everything on sale. Get 15% off of mulch, 10% off decorative rock, 20% off of flagstone, stone edging, and 10% off soils. Save up to 25% rain or shine from May 1st through the 6th at GE Landscape Supply for the Spring Landscape Days sale. Open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
It's May, and that means the school year's almost and summer road trips on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Are you looking for a stable career in a CNC machine or injection molding? We got you covered. Hi, Bob Williams, HR Director for Garner Industries, a world-class manufacturer with a 70-year history right here in Lincoln. And I just listed some great career opportunities that you can find by logging into GarnerIndustries.com. If you want top pay, excellent benefits, flexible work hours, and the opportunity to work in a clean, modern, air-conditioned facility with great people, contact me today by applying online at GarnerIndustries.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
NTK FM for night ticket. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Good thing the rain is kind of passing over a little bit, Austin. I'm glad to see that. Was a little worried a little bit that the Cinco de Mayo weekend was going to be a little tainted, but the rain kind of hit and kind of gone on by.
Your boy was going to grill tonight. I need that rain out.
Need it gone.
Mm-hmm.
The weather is going to be lovely, though, the next week.
I see 80s.
Yes.
I see it.
Yes.
I want it.
It's Patio Pounders by Kevin Myers, Cork and Bottle.
Sunny D
Definitely
Seltzers, where
sitting
it's
out.
at.
Oh my gosh, that thing sneaks up on you. It creeps up on you like, what's the dude? What do they call him? The ghost face? What's the guy on Scream?
Oh yeah, Ghostface.
They call him the ghost face.
Yeah.
He creeps up on you like the ghost face, man, and just all of a sudden lays you out. But there's something that was a little bit interesting in the news.
Let's thank Mary Ellen's. They're great.
Yes. Mary Ellen's. Never can go wrong with Mary Ellen's. You don't even have to grill if you didn't want to. You don't even have to grill if you didn't want to. You can just shoot down to Mary Ellen's and talk to Charles and have a conversation.
It's true.
So
maybe I should do that instead.
Oh man. Did Sauter Heyman text line, did I get the guy's name from yesterday? I owe him Mary Ellen's. Was it Eric? No.
I'll scroll back through.
Yeah, we got to scroll back through. I gotta get him hooked up.
Because that was for a Smash and Dash.
Yeah, for Smash and Dash. Yeah, we got to find that. You might be able to do a search on that. I need to find that because I need to connect them with Mary Ellen's. Smash and Dash. It's not in there. I thought I could do it that way. If you're listening on the Sauter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685, you remember what happened on yesterday. Send us a message so that we can see the text thread and know that you were the one that I need to connect with Mary Ellen's to make that happen for you. So listen, there was something in the news, Austin, that kind of popped up, and I thought it was interesting. And the reason being is that Big Ten. We have Big Ten. We talk Big Ten football. Obviously, the Huskers are part of the Big Ten, and we like all things Big Ten. And one of the draftees, former Northwestern offensive tackle Peter Skoronski, who was selected by the Tennessee Titans in the 11th overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft. There was a team that passed on him. There was a team that kind of, took a look at him, had a conversation with him, took him through the testing process. They went through the combine. They liked what they saw, but they sat down with him, and it was actually the coach Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith basically told Peter Skoronski, "You're boring to me."
Mm-hmm.
And I found that interesting because I really want to understand, Austin, what goes into the draft process. You had a chance to draft phenomenal talent, great.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to protect a quarterback. One,
a young quarterback that needs time, needs help.
That needs that help. And you have the opportunity to grab him, but because he's boring. Now, first I want to just stop there. What do you think goes into the process of figuring out whether or not should being boring be a part of that, or is it just a relationship thing?
There's so many different ways I think that this could go, so many different places this could come from. If Skoronski's going to play, tackle, which he did in college, or if he's going to play guard, which some teams think he has to do because of his arm size, or he's going to play center, or he's going to play defensive line, or he's going to play tight end, whatever they want him to do, why does that matter? Right. But especially on the offensive line, you don't think of those guys as the big personalities, right? Mm-hmm. Engaging, smart, went to Northwestern, but why does boring have to play a factor? Don't you want that a guy that keeps his head down and works? And it tells you don't have to do any media coaching, right? Because if he's giving you, in the biggest job interview of his life, the generic boring answers, you think he's going to say anything stupid to the media?
That's good.
No, I think that's a good thing. So
that's good, Austin. I like where you went with that one.
I wonder if this was done on purpose.
Break that down.
So, The Athletic did an article kind of on this as well on Skoronski. And one of the excerpts there says, the conversation was a little less comfortable with the Falcons, undoubtedly by design. Skoronski had been told that some interviewers are purposely abrasive in an attempt to see how prospects react. So I wonder if Arthur Smith was playing mind games with him. Because here's the quote from Skoronski. The head coach was on me the second I got in there. I was giving them generic answers to their questions, and he said, you're really boring me right now. Your answers are so boring. The whole meeting, he kept looking at his computer. I laughed to myself and said, sorry, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm answering you honestly. So maybe Arthur Smith was doing that on purpose, but that's such a weird thing to do on purpose.
So in essence, some of these, sometimes depending on probably what NFL staff that you're going to be dealing with, they're kind of mini head games.
That's a major head game.
so there's movies that I've seen that they do this, where there's these different types of games that you have to kind of do and play and try to figure out. I think I was watching one of them. It's called the 3% or something. It was on Netflix. And in order for you to get to the level of coming out of the ghetto, basically, and live in this utopian type of place, you had to go through this test process. So but there's head games that they played with the people sometimes. They made you think that you were right, or they made you think that they wanted you to play as a team, but they wanted you to be individual, or they wanted you to be individual minded, but in order to get the task done, you needed to be team minded. You know what I mean? So it was kind of weird, but that's what it seems like to me that's going on.
Which is weird. Why do you have to do that in a one-on-one interview?
Yeah.
Is that really the time or place to test a guy on stuff like that? Like, ask his coaches what he's like in the locker room. Ask the media members that talk to him after games what he was like. I don't get being, that abrasive. It's a show. Even if you're actually interested in what he's saying, why then and there? Like, again, this is your team, Arthur Smith. Like, you're a first-time head coach. You have a lot riding on this. To give the appearance of, blowing a player off, brushing him off, or doing something, honestly, it kind of feels like a stunt. That doesn't help you. It doesn't help the player. It doesn't help the franchise. I just don't get it.
Yeah, and, who is it? Unnamed Texter said the same thing. I don't understand that. Unnamed Texter 41423. I don't understand that. He's a football coach, not a sports psychologist. I would have to agree with that sentiment. But even more than that, I loved how Skoronski handled it. And to me, that's, as you alluded to, that's the type of player that I want around. In my locker room, I want that type of player that's going to be able to handle things, pressure, situations that maybe are uncomfortable, but yet he keeps a stoic kind of attitude, a mindset about it. He didn't verbally laugh, but he laughed to himself. So he said, because think of the nonverbals that could have happened in that situation, Austin, right? You're looking at him, and I could have given a face like, what the hell is he talking about, right?
Look around if there's someone else in the room.
Yeah, like, he crazy, right? There's a lot of nonverbals that could have happened, but I can see Skoronski just, listen, Northwestern is top-notch program now. You got to have some mental fortitude to be able to handle the rigor of a Northwestern program. So I know he's a smart kid, and I'm sure with his hands crossed, and he was like, well, shoot, okay, sir, and just kind of chuckled inside. But boring? You're boring. That's offensive, isn't it? Is
I
that
would
kind of
think
offensive?
so.
I'm like, how do you know I'm boring, my guy? Because I'm answering you direct questions. Like, that's what's crazy to me. Like, it's got to be something to it other than the fact that you're just interviewing me and you're playing head games. Because dang, I'm boring. Some of you guys on the line think I'm probably boring too, and that's fine too. That's all good. I probably am. I'm boring, but until you get to know me, you might think different. Some of those that got to play with me at Double Eagle Golf, they would say that I'm not boring. I'm actually a pretty fun dude. But nonetheless,
a wide receiver flies off the handle if he's called boring.
Oh yeah.
A defensive back puts on a show if he's called boring in that meeting.
A linebacker stands up and maybe hovers over you a little bit. A quarterback is just kind of, Depends
on
the
who.
quarterback, right?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, if you call him boring, he's going to go off on you.
Yeah.
Other guys would be like,
Tom Brady would handle it.
He's like, yeah, I like football. That's what I'm here for, coach. Next question, please.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What does a running back do? Where do running backs fall? I think they're a little closer to the wide receiver defensive back end of the spectrum, even if they're not quite that far.
I could see that. But here's the crazy thing about that, right? Marshawn Lynch compared to like any other, you know what I mean? Like
Emmitt Smith.
Right. I think that's a different.
That's a totally different conversation. Right? Good point.
So I couldn't see. I think that spectrum could be pretty wide depending on who that even Frank Gore compared to maybe Ezekiel Elliott and somebody, I think they would probably handle it a little bit different.
Did you have any conversations with teams?
I did not, but
they're lost.
So I didn't, but I did have a conversation. When it came time for the Mavericks to make a decision as to whether or not, again, the story goes is that Ross Perot Jr. had to cut 3 contracts of almost like $2 million, almost $2 million, like $1.8, $1.7 million in order to keep me. So he calls me and my father, who is an officer, he's a lieutenant. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force at the time. Ross Perot Jr. had served. So I think that kind of helped bridge the gap a little bit, because I think Ross Perot Jr., when they sat down and they interviewed me, personally, he knew what kind of stock I came from by just looking at my dad, having conversations with my dad, and then having conversations with me and confirming, what it was that he thought he saw in me. Right. Because I think he was trying to change culture. It was a losing culture. I mean, they had great athletes in Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn, Jimmy Jack. I mean, they were the original big three, like young. If they could have stayed together and got it right, just how good. No one would really know fully how good. And then rumor has it, I don't know the fullness of the rumor because it was just after me, but rumor has it that Toni Braxton was a part of that situation at the time when she was on top. And no pun intended. But they kind of got into a little bit of beef. It kind of affected them on the court, and there had to be some splits done. And so, man, that's when I had the conversations with top brass. And that was the first time. The second time was then right before I got to sign. I met with I played golf and I let Don Nelson win. So
smart.
I kind of, I would chip short. I didn't want to beat him.
Did that hurt you as a competitor?
It did. I was like, Don was smoking his stogie, and we were talking, and so it people don't realize that golf is a place that you really get an opportunity. If you're anybody listening right now, learn how to play golf, because a lot of business gets done on a golf course because you have 4 hours. There's no your guards kind of come down a little bit, right? So you can really interact and get to know somebody on a personal level. Conversations change. You really get to understand it's not all business driven. Business may be implemented into the conversation, but it's not solely business driven. And learn to play golf. It's a fun sport in order to do business and have a good time as well. And patio pound Cork and Myers and Mary Ellen's food.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
You need to take me golfing. So I need to go golfing with you, double eagle something sometime to show you just how bad I am.
Yeah.
I don't have clubs or anything. I do swing lefty though.
They got them for you. Top Golf is a great place to do that too. That's a fun space to go and have a patio
times,
pound.
I think. Yeah. Strick, it is so bad.
Is it that bad? Also?
Strick, it is so bad.
God,
it is atroocious. I don't know if I have the video.
Some lessons. You know your boy, our boy.
Yeah.
Jake Sorensen is that guy.
Okay, so
he's the golfing guy in the building.
My issue with golf is I still do the toe tap. I
you're
stride
a freaking
out,
baseball swing,
and my arms are still bent. Right, I don't have the straight arm.
Nice straight arm.
I can't do it.
You know,
it doesn't make sense to me in any way, shape, or form.
I've benefited from being ambidextrous, so I can understand what you're saying. Being a left-handed predominant hitter, I don't hit with my golf clubs left-handed. So I play right-handed. So I didn't.
Oh my gosh!
I benefited.
Unfair.
I benefited from being ambidextrous, and so my golf swing was unaffected by my baseball swing.
Wow.
So I understand what you're saying though, because that does tend to be.
It's so you're saying
really
I should
just
start golfing
learning,
righty.
It's learning to shift it to instead of straight out to straight down. It's really just that's it. I mean, it's the same type of focus. It's just shifting the mindset to a straight down. Don't move. Stay balanced. You know, just turn. You know, don't shift. Don't lean. Don't. You know, that's all it is. Yeah.
My putt game's okay though.
Mine sucks. Mine sucks. I get frustrated with putt because my kids beat me.
Oh,
yeah,
I can see. Yeah, I can see. Yeah,
I need to putt straight at the hole and not freaking going through all types of obstacles. I don't like it. It's not fun for me.
Just learn the angles, right?
You
know, it's just like using the backboard, but on a golf course.
Yeah,
something like that.
Sanderson, yes, you're just like Stricky. It's crazy how we've done that. But I've been that way all my life. Marshawn Lynch with or without a cart. I didn't get that one, Tommy, but
Marshawn Lynch in the golf cart or the medical cart? Stricky, do you not remember this?
I don't remember.
Oh, I'm pulling up the video right now. Hold that thought.
Unnamed texture says 1319 says mine's like a hockey slap shot. Good old Happy Gilmore style. That is a classic movie. If you haven't seen Happy Gilmore, it is a must see. You've got to go see that. It is an absolutely hilarious movie.
Okay, we're getting let me.
You got it?
Yeah. Our boy Marshawn Lynch is just riding the cart around the field.
You've got to be kidding me.
Stricky, that's beast mode.
That is so beast mode. That is Marshawn Lynch-ish. So you knew what you were getting.
Yeah.
You knew what you're getting.
Yeah.
If you didn't know what you were getting when you got Marshawn Lynch, then you missed the mark on that one.
Underrated sports moment in history.
Yeah.
So speaking of being ambidextrous, the best 3-point shooter in the NBA the last 2 years has been Luke Kennard.
Yeah.
Shoots lefty. Does everything else righty.
Yeah. I'm weird like that. I write left-handed. I throw right-handed. I bat left. I can switch. I can actually shoot both hands. I kick right-footed. I'm weird. I'm weird like that too.
Did anyone ever tell you the scouting report said he's a lefty?
Yes.
He can go left. Like, okay, thank you.
I loved it. I love the scouting report on me. Lefty, guard his left hand, strong left hand. I love it. And then I go by him on the right hand. Oh yeah, it made my career. It was part of making my career, and they never figured it out. And it's crazy.
They had a decade to figure it out.
They still couldn't figure it out. They still couldn't figure it out. Strong right hand. Strong right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you give me the right, I'm finishing on you. Yes, that part.
Through the rim.
Yeah, that part. No. Here's a little inside scoop. In high school and in college, if you were near the rim and I was approaching the paint. I'm trying to put you in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of dunks and a lot of people, some that's listening, that's probably felt the wrath of Stricky attacking the rim. I was trying to put everybody in and make a highlight of you, right? I get into the NBA. The only body I caught, I wish, I've dunked, but the real body that I wish I had camera film on still was in an exhibition game that we played at the University of Wisconsin. And I'm still mad that the freaking lockout happened when we were about to come and play here at Nebraska. It was the lockout season. Tickets were sold out. Dallas Mavericks was coming up here, and I was excited.
That's a homecoming.
To get to play in the
That's a reunion,
again, right?
Yeah.
Freaking lockout. But anyway, after that, we go on an exhibition. We play up in Minnesota. Michael Finley, obviously, there was a similar type of thing. Played up in Wisconsin against the Bucks. Ooh, I got a steal. Left side. I'm going. It's just me looking at the rim, because it was a good steal where Ray Allen on the far right is coming down. Now, mind you, we both were in the same class. So
yep.
Ray Allen's tracking me, but not trying to beat me. He's trying to time me up. I had that look like, oh, you're trying to do that? And so I planted Michael Jordan type, like at the block. And I went up with a lean in, body to body, boom, and one. We had VHSs back then, so that would have been on a VHS tape. It's not on the cloud. I'm so disappointed I never got to keep that one. But that body to body, I think that took me from probably being the 10th man that year, because I was injured the year before a little bit, to being starting lineup, because I had a freaking great exhibition season, and that was part of it.
And you made Ray Allen change his name.
Oh, my goodness. Sugar Tugger. That's what they call him. His nickname was Sugar Tugger.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Ray Allen's nickname was Sugar Tugger.
Oh, so now I need to look this up and see if that's listed on Basketball Reference.
Yeah, it won't. After he did the movie, they started calling Jesus Shuttlesworth and all that stuff too. Yeah, he had all that stuff going for him as well. Yeah, Sugar Tugger. Ask Michael Redd. Michael Redd, he knows. They played together in Milwaukee.
They did. I still, here's the thing, Strick. I'm young enough to not really remember anything about Ray Allen in Milwaukee. To me, my first memories of Ray Allen are Boston. Like, I know he started in Milwaukee. I know that in my head, but I don't picture him as a Buck. I know he played for the Sonics, but I don't picture him in a Sonics uniform. For me, I go Boston first, and then I go Miami.
Yeah, he was in a Milwaukee Bucks uniform. And listen, Glenn Big Dog Robinson was a problem for a lot of people in the NBA. Yes, sir. Them two together, if you go and track it, them two together with Sam Cassell, they for a few years with Coach Carl, they for a few years were the leading team in the East back then. Oh yeah, they were a problem. They were a problem for the East back then.
Here's the other thing with George Karl. I still think of him with the Nuggets.
Yeah, George Karl, long time Sonics guy. Back when Gary Payton and Rain Man, Sean Kemp was banging on people's heads. Good gosh, there was nothing there. That was a great atmosphere up in the Key Arena. And I'm still surprised that Seattle doesn't have a team.
They need to get one.
I'm still surprised they don't. I mean, they've got a great fan base. Now, I understand because it is not cheap.
Right.
Because everything you do and everywhere you go is expensive. Gas for planes and long road trips, and you're going to have long ones. And so I can understand what it is, but still a great place to play. Now, the city now is not like it used to be. It's not old Seattle like it used to be. But
I got 3 quick questions for you. Number 1, are you surprised Steve Ballmer bought the Clippers instead of trying to get a team back to Seattle with his Microsoft money?
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Well, I think he was kind of limited. as to kind of what he could do. I think that the surprise is the Bucks are about to sell or in process. Yeah. I mean, I thought I just heard it, and I could be wrong. I was listening a little bit earlier. I thought I picked up on it. I think they're trying to either sell the Bucks or it's already gone through. Text line if you guys know any more information on that. You guys are always welcome to check me on that. But I was there when remember you guys have heard of the Kohl's, like Kohl stores,
KOHL. Yep.
Yeah, they were the owners of the team for when I was there. Yeah, and so Mr. Kohl. Just a little FYI, if you're a Simpsons fan, if you're a Simpsons fan, Mr. Kohl, every time I looked at him, he looked to me like Mr. Burns. If you just go and Google Mr. Burns, that's what Mr. Kohl looked like to me.
Oh my gosh.
I swear to you, it was the fun.
I see it. I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Excellent. Excellent. I see it.
Yeah, that's the way I saw him. Every time, and he's short.
Okay.
And he walks in and he has just
same hair.
Same hair.
Yeah.
It's just little quaint little voice. Oh my gosh. He was hilarious to me, bro. So.
If Stricky could have played for one coach that he didn't get to play for, or you put yourself on one team in your career, who's that coach or what team do you add yourself to?
That's a good one because I played for I played for the ones I like. I would probably say I would have loved to have played in Popovich's system too. Just as a whole, I thought
the world would have never known of Tony Parker then.
Another fun system is Adelman.
Okay, sure. Rick Adelman.
He had a fun system.
Where would he have been when you were in the league?
I want to say Phoenix, maybe. I think maybe Phoenix, if I remember correctly. No? Indiana?
I'm looking here. Okay, so he was with
Sacramento?
Yeah, Sacramento for most of your time. Yeah.
Sacramento. Yeah, they had a fun. They had
maybe Golden State right at the start of your career.
It wasn't that team. It was the Sacramento team. Yeah.
Last question then. What was Stricky's dunk package? What was your go-to?
Off 2 feet, trying to
power,
trying to break it one hand or two. I don't care. Off 2 feet, lean in, trying to put you in. Lean in to try to put you in. That was it. To finish that story before we get out of here on a break. So the Ray Allen dunk happened in the exhibition, but my mindset was this: I've got to chase Allen Iverson. I've got to chase Stephon Marbury. I've got to chase I've got to get posted up by Mark Jackson. I've got Gary Payton that's going to do both. I've got Nick Van Exel, who is like shifty. I might have to cover Kobe. Then Michael Jordan might be an assignment that night. Reggie Miller's running off 100 picks. I'm saying all of this in my mind, right? And I'm saying, freak dunking a ball. Let me just lay this thing up and go back and relax. There's too much energy that's used to dunk a ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm wasting a lot of energy. Let me just lay this thing up and get back on defense. I've got to run again. Shoot, that was my mindset, and that's what happened.
Stricky's time is on the ball, not in the air.
Yeah, I'm sticking to it.
I love it. We're going to keep the basketball conversation going next segment. There's some proposed rule changes in the NCAA that are going to go before the committee. A lot of interesting ones I want to pick Strick's brain about. We'll do that when we continue here on The Block coming up next.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by Valent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanic, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
This is former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give the Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to givelincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
They say that April showers bring May flowers, but May delivers a lot more than that at GE Landscape Supply. Stop by for the Spring Landscape Days sale with almost everything on sale. Get 15% off of mulch, 10% off decorative 20 stone, 25% off a decorative cobblestone, 15% off a stone edging, and 10% off soils. Save up to 25% rain or shine from May 1st through the 6th at GE Landscape Supply for the Spring Landscape Days sale. Open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. Price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, but every day from 8 to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Block, or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoor and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Although we can't control the air we breathe outside our home, we can make a healthy difference inside. And all it takes is a call to Bryant. With healthy air options, Bryant can help you eliminate allergens, odors, and harmful chemicals, all while controlling indoor humidity levels at the same time. If it's time for a breath of fresh air inside, it's time to call Bryant. Breathe easy, breathe healthy. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on The Block. Happy Friday to you. Thanks for dialing us in here mid-afternoon on a Friday. I'm Austin. He's E. Strick. Getting going here with some college basketball rule changes, some proposals at the very least. Let's get the lighter ones out of the way here first, Strick. One of the fun ones, I think, is players now get to wear any number 0 through 99.
I like that. Yeah, it used to be so limited. And really, a lot of that had to do with the fact of referees.
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 4, 5, 35. It made it easy for working with the table, so forth and so on. So there was a limit to the 5s, 55. It didn't go above that. So that way it made it just easier to do 15, 21. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's really all it was.
So now you're getting back into reffing. Is it 6 or is it 6?
So you always you go with the hand. This labels 5, 6.
Okay.
So you go with the left hand first to signify the larger number.
Okay.
So if it's going to be 21, it's 21. Right?
Okay.
So you always wait, hold on. It would be as if you're looking at me, right?
Yeah.
So if you're looking at me, you would see 5. That would be 6.
6. Okay. 21.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it would be that way as if you're looking at me. So you always go that way. So you start here. So if you're going to go 9, it's going to be 9. 9.
So then if it's 99, it's 9, 9.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Whew. I can see why refs wouldn't want that, but it can't be that big a deal.
You got to emphasize it. 99. So then you go, you go 9, 99.
Gotcha.
It's crazy, but that's how it works.
Next proposal is that red and amber lights would be allowed on the backboard. It doesn't specify this, but I assume, Strick, it's like in the NBA where the whole backboard lights up, not just the shot clock.
Right.
That's something I didn't realize was a rule in college. That couldn't be a thing.
They don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. They didn't normally do that. I couldn't understand why. And listen, a lot of the stuff that college was doing is just trying to differentiate themselves from the NBA. It's not. Some of that stuff didn't even make sense, right? There's certain things that they just finally just got to the point where they're like, we just got to add it. I'll tell you something before we get into some of the blocking stuff. There's a rule that some people don't understand, and you have the restricted area, right? So the restricted area is drawn at a slight distance, just above in front of the rim, a certain distance, right? But if I'm a player and say I'm dribbling the baseline, going to the basket, and if a defender steps in the restricted area but below the lines with their feet, and I hit them, but they're in the restricted area but below it. So imagine the imaginary line.
If they kept the line going to the baseline.
So the line stops though. And being that it stops, if you're running in that area, in that section, and your feet are not on the restricted line but below it, and you run into them, it's an offensive foul, even though you're in the restricted area. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that. So like if that ever happens in a game, so say like you're running a play where you're going to be running the baseline, and a defender just steps into that area and you're running below the restricted area, or you're dribbling below and you hit the person, no matter if you're in the restricted area or not, it's an offensive foul. It's crazy. But people, it's just little stuff like that you don't know.
Yeah, that's an extra little piece you have to be aware of then. If you think you're going baseline, oh yeah, I'm good. He's in the restricted area. I'm good. I'm going to go up. No, you're not, son. Not going to work like that.
Yeah, because it's not in there by rule. Yeah.
Let's talk about the new block charge rule. And Strick, multiple times on the show since I've been here, I'm sure long before you knew me, this rule has been under scrutiny.
Block charge?
Yes.
We're going to talk about it. But block charge was what cost us the Missouri-Nebraska game in Missouri that allowed them to get a 13-0 record that they should not have in the Big 8. They called a block charge on me, and guess whose dad? Booker. Melvin Booker.
Of course.
obviously he's the father of Devin Booker down in Phoenix. They called a block on me, where the furthest away referee calls a block on me, and the referee literally standing right there calls a charge, and they had a little communication issue. It cost us the game, but that's a rule that they need to address.
3 refs in college and NBA. There is a head ref, correct?
Yes, there's a referee, and then there's an umpire 1 and umpire 2.
Does the referee have final say, or does it go to who's like head, lead, trail?
So back then we didn't have replay. So they would have had to have discussed it, try to apply the rule the best way they can, being that they couldn't come to a decision. I can't remember what they did, but somehow, some way, they gave a possession arrow, which gave them the ball. They went to like a hell ball situation, which gave them the ball. And yeah, so a charge turns into them getting the ball, which then they run clock. I think they had a 1-point lead or something. I think they went to the free throw line after that. And then we either had a chance with small amount of time and missed it. Pike shot like a 34-footer, and it rolled in. It did one of those toilet bowl things and came out. That's how we ended up losing. Block charge.
An actual shot, unlike what Jordan Poole did.
Right.
An actual shot.
Right.
For an actual player who deserved it in that moment. Anyways, we're getting off topic. New block charge recommendation is this, Strick. A defender would have to be in position to draw a charge at the time an offensive player plants his foot to go airborne to attempt a field goal. If the defender arrives after the offensive player plants a foot to launch toward the basket, officials would be instructed to call a block when there's contact.
So prior to that, it was upward movement. So the minute the player began to go upward, so they're eliminating players, hopefully, from that decision-making process of them actually getting into the air or looking to launch the minute they plant to go. If you're not there, it's a propose, right?
Yes, proposal.
Okay. I mean, it's not too far off. It's a half a step, half a second or situation just before.
Because instead of when the foot's in the air, it's when the foot hits to go in the air. Is there any worry that you have to judge intent? Because what if you're going up in the air to fake a shot, but your teammate comes open late and you pass? Does that change how you would look at that rule?
No, it just determines whether or not it's a free throw or not.
Okay.
So the aftermath of that would determine. So as he's launching, there's going to be, I guess what they're saying is that's a form of a continuation. So whatever continues after that point, you're going to hear a whistle, and then you have to determine whether they were going to make the pass or they were going to shoot.
Does it change if they actually pass or shoot?
Well, some guys try to fake like some guys are going to pass and then they fake like they're going to take a shot. So you can figure out that that's not, you weren't taking a shot, you were passing. And you just, as a referee, you just have to say, you blow the whistle and you just say pass, pass. And then that eliminates that. No shot, pass. And then you move on.
Does college basketball need more continuation style rules?
I don't mind that they don't, because that is a significant difference. Now, I've seen them give some continuations. I'm like, my goodness, that foul was out there. There was no way that should have been a bucket. I've seen them give it to them, but I don't mind them doing that. I don't mind them limiting guys to just, that's a spot foul. That foul happened before the attempt of the shot. Sometimes they get it wrong, but they're doing the best they can.
For those who might not know, explain what continuation is and where that line is drawn between college and the pros.
Well, continuation is just basically in a gather. The minute that you gather, so they've changed it in the NBA, because sometimes in the NBA, the minute that you used to hear a whistle, you could just start to make a shot attempt. With long as you gathered, it was considered a shot attempt. So guys would get hit, and then they would just act like they were throwing
the Trae Young, James Harden kind of thing.
You know what I'm saying? So what ended up changing is location. If you're not in a shooting, like
kind
mode,
of position, yeah,
they'll waive it. And so guys will say, I was shooting. No, you're 30 feet out there. You weren't trying to shoot that. That's a spot. So they've changed how they do that. Now, attacking the basket, the minute you gather, if there's any contact, whatever goes on thereafter is continuation. You've got your gather and you still got your 2. Mm-hmm. But in the NBA, that's 3, 4, 5. In today's game, the stuff they get away with today, boy, I wish I had the ability to do that stuff back then, because my goodness, I would have been a heck of a better player, no doubt.
That's funny. A couple other smaller proposals to get here. Under 2 minutes. I think this is in the game, not in the half, but it just says under 2 minutes. When a coach requests an out-of-bounds play be reviewed, that team would be charged a timeout if the original call was not overturned.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's one that I don't have a problem with.
I'm a little worried because there are already so many reviews right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the refs are the ones that initiate most of them, though, right? There's a questionable call, they go to the monitor. Like, as soon as they see that 2 hit the clock, it feels like we're getting everything reviewed. So yeah. I hope there aren't too many more situations like that, because Strick, the end of basketball games are so choppy.
Yeah.
Right. That's when you need your players to be at their best, to have the best basketball on display. But so often it just grinds to a halt.
I'm with you, but think about if you're the coach that early in the game, so I'm just going to give a little pushback, but I hear what you're saying. Think about if you're the coach in the earlier parts of the game and you had to call a lot of timeouts because your team was playing terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have many. Think about those extra little times that you can get in those moments.
Right.
Get over here. Okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to foul here. We're going to do this. We're going to run this play. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You get those little extra timeouts. So I'm with you. Mm-hmm. The other coach has got to be seething a little bit because he's like, God dang it. They're giving them free time, So it can work for you, and it can also work against you, because those are like extra timeouts that go to the benefit of you or not.
It's a feature,
now,
and it's
if you don't have a timeout, I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that. Whether that's going to be a technical,
Chris Webber style.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see where that goes.
Let's see. Anytime the ball hits the rim, the offense retains possession in the front court. Shot clock resets to 20.
Okay,
seems fine.
Yeah.
Here's one that I don't know if I fully agree with, but I'm curious to see how it plays out. A timeout would be able to be granted when a player has possession of the ball, even though the player is airborne.
So that's a change from because they used to take that away, because what people were doing is they were securing balls, jumping out of bounds, and calling timeouts, and they were being granted. So they're basically just returning that back to the game, that you can do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, remember. So the NBA doesn't let you do it. Like, if you leave the floor, your position is lost.
You've unestablished position.
Yeah, your established position is lost. Therefore, you can't call a timeout because there is no established position on the court and in the air. So your next established position was out of bounds. So that's out of bounds. We're here.
Mm-hmm.
They're just basically adding it that you're able to do that now again. They took it away, but they're saying that you can do it. Or that's a proposal.
Yeah. I don't like that, because I feel like if you're going to call timeout in that situation, it's a panic move. And yeah, sure, you're chasing after a loose ball. You're trying to, get your team a possession. It's a hustle play.
Yeah.
But I'm worried too, Strick. Like, you try to throw the ball to bounds, they tip it. You manage to grab it. You're in the air. Quick timeout. Like, that just takes it away from the defense. When they did everything right.
Yeah.
You don't have possession. You're not on the court. Yeah. To me, it just feels like a cop-out for the offense a lot.
Think about what could have been different for the team. Who was it? What was the game? Sutter Heyman text line, help me. 402-464-56. The game where they literally lost.
Was it Virginia Furman and Kihei throwing that moon ball?
And he threw the moon ball and the guy got it and hit the 3?
Mm-hmm.
Was that, who was it?
Virginia Furman.
In
the tournament this year.
Virginia lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just think of how, that could have helped him in that situation, because in this situation, he's stuck. He's got nowhere to go. He does have a timeout left,
mm-hmm.
and he could have jumped out of bounds oh, I can't throw it, timeout. It could add a little extra drama to the game.
How much of that rule then is on the refs to be listening and ready to call the timeout? Because I would worry as a player that if I jump and the ref doesn't hear me call timeout, like he should know. Like if you're reffing at that level, you should know what I'm trying to do, be ready.
Yeah.
But if my foot lands and he hasn't granted the timeout yet, I'd be worried that ball's going the other way.
Facts. That's just part of the game, unfortunately. Yeah, you're absolutely right. If he doesn't hear it, he can't acknowledge it. If he doesn't acknowledge it, there is no timeout, unfortunately. Yeah.
The last one, then, I don't know if we have to call this the Draymond Green rule, the Grayson Allen rule. I don't know what we're going to call this, but if a player commits 3 flagrant 1 fouls in a game, the player would be disqualified.
I like it.
Why not 2? 1 + 1 is 2. For a flagrant 2, you're gone. Why 3?
Because there was a rule in college where there are different types of flagrants, right? There basically were, if you've got 2 minor fraction fouls, then you still had one that it's so freaking crazy in college. I mean, sometimes I'd be like, I was reading the rule book, like, because I did college games too. I'm reading the rule book like, this doesn't make any sense. So there are different types of flagrants, like, if you got 2 where you maybe you knocked the ball out and you did something on the bench, it's not attributed. But then if you did the elbow, there was all these extra freaking flagrants. And I think they're trying to simplify it and make it just that if you got 3 total, you're out. I don't know. It don't make sense to me.
Same. That's why I have you to try to explain it. So thanks for working through this with me.
I'm trying to give you a little bit of, sauce to put into the spaghetti, but it's not working.
You're doing great. We do have to put a bow on not old school, on the block for the week. We'll have the old school crew, at least half of it. I think Kenny's on his way in. Jay's out today, but Jay will be calling in for old school, I believe.
DP's going down to...
He's in Newark. UFC.
Big fight. UFC.
Cejudo
and...
that other guy.
Hajime... gosh, dang it. I know his name, too. Whatever.
Get it over break.
Yeah.
We'll look it up. We'll be back wrapping up on the block next.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-47413. Go to Brandt Excavating. They're also hiring. So today, Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
The former Husker and NFL veteran Jay Foreman. Some kids worry about making the team. Others worry about where they'll sleep at night. In Lincoln, over 3,000 kids are at risk of homelessness. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day on Wednesday, May 24th, your gift goes even further. Go to Give.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy Tall Boys and Bud Light, Coors Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings. There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique the full service shop for including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch. Visit mercado.com to see current deals.
Although we can't control the air we breathe outside our home, we can make a healthy difference inside. Bryant can help you eliminate allergens, odors, and harmful chemicals, all while controlling indoor humidity levels at the same time. If it's time for a breath of fresh air inside, it's time to call Bryant. Breathe easy, breathe healthy. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. We do whatever it takes.
You finally finished your man cave in the basement. Brand new furniture, huge TV, and all of your collector's items. You're ready for football season. You are so excited until one bad rain and it is all ruined. Don't risk a flooded basement and countless dollars in damages. Be avoided. Call John Henry's Statement Your Home.
45-55-55. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, I'm Barb Bettine, President and CEO of the Lincoln YMCA. On behalf of the Y, I want to thank you for voting us Lincoln's Choice for Best Sport Programs, Best Youth Activity Programs, and Best Preschool. These categories represent such a Y, and we're honored to serve you each and every day. Hey, with summer just around the corner, I invite you to stop in to one of our 4 branches and learn how the Y can be a part of your family. The Y Outdoor Pools open May 27th, and we can't wait to see you.
Start aside with Nicole Essink on fitness. We'll discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sunday.
Taking relationships, physical and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 476-2300. 476-2300.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Running back A.J. Allen has entered the transfer portal. I think this one right here hurts more than Casey because I think this young man had a good future ahead of him.
I don't think he's on the level of Casey because you've gotten back to the same level as he is.
You would have said at the end of last year, who are the two, foundation pieces that you are excited about moving forward? On offense, I would have said A.J. Allen. On defense, I would have said Ernest, both of them.
Now, in Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and the TicketFM.com.
Old school in the building, East Strick here, Austin Orman. It is Friday, Cinco de Mayo. Stricky about to go home and have a few patio pounders. I'm going to get home and get a few patio pounders on the balcony. As long as the rain don't just drop on me, and I'll be all right.
So what's your go-to today?
Red Wheezy.
from Kevin.
From Myers Cork and Bottle, Red Wheezy.
Red Wheezy.
Listen, I bought a lot of Strix picks. I still got a lot of Strix. You know what? You just inspired me. It is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo.
Nothing but tequila for Stricky today.
Yeah! I went to Mexico, brought back 3 bottles. That good.
The question is, you're not finishing the whole bottle tonight.
Nothing.
Okay, please don't.
No, but here's the crazy thing. Here's a lesson I learned. Kenny Why?
I'm listening.
I had went to Cabo with a small group. Had a great time. We went into town. We went to an authentic tequila spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I was familiar with tequila was Patron and what else? Oh, and all those, right? every time somebody would want to do a shot or take it, it burns my chest and it hurts my heart. So I did not like tequila. Okay, cool. So I get down there, we walk into this spot, and I'm looking around, and they're like tequila tasting. And everybody's like, yeah, let's get one. I'm like, no.
N-O, no.
N-O.
That is Spanish and English for no.
Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. That's what I was saying in my head, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to try it. They gave me a little tester, and I drunk it, and it was like, it tastes like that. It was so good. So I bought 8 bottles.
Are you serious?
I'm not lying to you. I paid about $600. I bought like 8 bottles
to bring back.
Yes, because you can only take 8 bottles back.
So you bought the max.
You bought the max.
I bought the
max contract.
I got the max contract. And when I tell you, I told my boys, they all, yeah, Don Julio, 1942. Everybody, Sincora. Sincora is Michael Jordan's one. It's actually the best one of the tequilas that I'll actually drink outside of that. And I came back and I brought him a bottle. I gave him a bottle. I said, my brother, all that 1942 and Don Julio, all the stuff you talking, that burn in your chest, just taste that.
So are you trying to
I said, don't lemons, just put it in a cup with some ice and sip on that.
Did it burn your chest?
It did not. I'm telling you, I could sip on it like I'm sipping on a brandy or I'm sipping. It was that good.
Well, that's why you bought 8 bottles.
That's why I bought 8 bottles.
My first legal drink was a tequila shot.
And I did it again. I did it again. I went on the cruise. I came back with 4 bottles. 1 broke. I'm mad. I was mad. I was salty.
Why?
Because it broke.
Oh, 1 broke.
1 broke. I had to throw it away at the airport. I was mad. I was seething mad, bro.
Well, if it broke, you have to throw it away. If
it was just gonna be spilling all in. I'm at the airport when I found out. Got out the Uber, so I didn't have nothing I could like seal it in because I was looking. I was looking for cup. I was looking for anything I could put that thing in. That stuff was so good.
Like Ezel, huh?
Yeah, man. I was fiending, man. That's Fun Friday.
Fun Friday.
Let's pause 10 seconds, Friday. We'll be back in a sec.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
I believe we have Jay Foreman on the line. Jay, your thoughts on tequila?
No, that's my favorite. I don't know if I'm going to be to the point Easter. But
Jay, I'm gonna have to bring. I'm gonna bring a bottle down here, Jay, and I'm just gonna let you taste it.
What's it called?
It's called agave. I don't know, reposado. I don't know what the name is.
He can't pronounce
what the name is. Agave reposado. I'm gonna just let you sip on it. Taste test.
It sounds like a plan.
Yes, sir. Yo, so listen, guys, who you rolling with? I just need an answer because tomorrow is going down. Who you rolling with? Who you with? You with Golden State or you with the Lakers?
I'm with Golden State, but that's what I wanted to ask your opinion on. AD.
Garbo.
What'd you say, Jay?
Man, so I'm going with the Lakers, man. I ain't backing down from Golden State.
I should have known. I should have known.
Okay, Jay. So Jay, since you said that, how can your man only have 2 points in the second half?
That part.
Who? Anthony Davis?
Who knows?
Your boy. Your boy.
You owl. Ain't no trees where you at, bro. You're not no owl. Your boy.
LeBron?
Yeah, he had 2 points in the second half.
Yeah, LeBron was working on offense, moving the ball. You seen you.
Jay, listen to me. Jay, there you Jay. Jay.
What's up?
Jay Foreman. The Jay Foreman I know, listen to me. The Jay Foreman I know that talks his basketball game, right?
Right.
That has an O. Or you going to defer to your teammates or you going to take control?
Yeah, but that game was over at halftime. They got outscored by 18 points. It was Anthony Davis that did.
Okay.
That's what you everything.
I know.
because you guys walk with Michael Jordan underwear. And
No, I don't
every time you wear it, he gets bigger and better. LeBron is the all-time scoring champ.
There you go.
And
That's his one.
That's his one.
That's his one. Every time about LeBron,
they talk about scoring champ.
Yes,
Jay
they
Foreman.
won.
Jay Foreman.
That's it.
Jay Foreman.
That's my name. What, man?
Wow.
Why don't you guys just visit all that haterade you guys
And we're not hating.
No hating.
No hating.
Hydrated.
No hating. I just asked the question. If you listen to me, I don't care if you down by 10 at half. When you down by 10 or 11 at half, it's still a game, right?
That's 4 possessions.
It's still a game.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not coming out of second.
It's still a game, but it wasn't. That game was over, man, after the second quarter.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's halftime.
So, LeBron could have served himself in the second half, but he's out here trying to do his thing. You guys need to understand. You need to respect his greatness. He already did what he had to do the first game.
Friday the 13th.
Himself when
He heard.
He's going to be out of desperation.
He heard Jay, and he ran into one of the corners like he normally do, and got up under the bed.
When they brought old boy back from the dead and started him, and then go 4 smalls, and he was hitting threes. You know, it's just one of them games, Trick. You know that.
Oh yeah,
Dude off the bench.
Oh yeah.
They ain't played it. He was that night. He ain't even a backup.
Yeah, he is.
Over there, that's a duty. He a DNP, coach's decision. Coach decided to play, hitting threes.
Hey, when your number's called, you got to be ready, right?
Yeah, man.
When your number's called, he ain't sitting on the bench complaining. We say that about my guy in Miami. When your number's called, you got to be ready and you got to make shots. Right?
X.
Yeah.
Right?
He did.
If the Jay Foreman I know.
All the respect, but you guys trying to blame this game on LeBron.
No, we ain't blaming nobody.
I didn't blame.
We didn't blame
it on LeBron. I'm looking at AD.
AD. That's why I said
I'm looking at AD.
You guys are like Steve from back in the day. We're not watching the movie.
No. Hey, what's
Anthony Davis?
Anthony
Davis is NBA. Anthony Davis decides to play basketball.
Hated it.
It's never gonna work out, man.
Hated it. We're like you can't call us 6-foot Eber. We're in living color.
We're in living color, baby. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hated it.
Which one of y'all gonna be Damon Wayne with that red thing on your head?
It don't matter.
Freaky Funky Friday. That's what's going on right here. We in there with Old School 93.7, the ticket at ticketfm.com. Look, y'all have a great weekend, man. Cinco de Mayo, man. Be safe out there. Be careful. Jay, you out there coaching somewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna be down in Kansas City, man. Big tournament down here. So we're gonna see. We're gonna throw our boys in the deep water, see how well they swim. So I'm excited for them. It's a good opportunity for them.
Love it.
Play at Hy-Vee Arena and get out there and shake your leg a little.
Love it. Kenny and the old school squad with Austin Orman. They'll be on the other side of the timeout that's going to be coming in the next few minutes. It is Bach, Eastrick, and Austin Orman. We're out of here until next week.
Mañana. Not mañana. But
lunes.
Get him straight. Correct.
We'll see y'all next week on the block. We're out of here. Peace.
You don't think very often. Service company takes every measure its quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roofing project, they're old